You hovered, you hesitated, and then, boom, you click facts. And just like that, I showed up right on cue. Package in hand, loaded with the weird, the wild, and the random. Couples argue most about money, not just dollars and cents, but what they symbolize: freedom, security, dreams, and sometimes control. In relationships, budgeting isn't just math, it's emotional algebra. Komodo dragons can eat up to 80% of their body weight in one meal. They then store that energy to survive long periods without food, a survival strategy that helps these giant lizards thrive in their harsh island habitats. The most popular fruit in the world isn't bananas or apples, it's the tomato. A salad staple, pizza hero, and ketchup MVP, it secretly runs the produce aisle. And yes, it's a fruit, even if your inner chef still insists otherwise. Lebanon stands out in the Middle East as the only country without a desert. Instead, it boasts lush green hills, rugged mountains, and a stunning coastline. It's a rare patch of vibrant nature in a region better known for endless sands. In the 1960s, the U.S. tried turning a cat into a spy, Operation Acoustic Kitty. The mission failed spectacularly when the feline agent just wandered off, ignoring orders. Turns out espionage isn't a cat's game, no matter how stealthy they are. Even after losing its head, a venomous snake can still bite and kill. That's because its nervous system keeps firing reflexes for hours. So decapitation doesn't equal defanged. Always assume the danger isn't over until the fangs are 6 feet under. Half a conversation is more distracting than a full one because your brain can't stand the mystery. It tries to fill in the blanks like a nosy detective with ADHD. That's why overhearing one side of the phone call is more maddening than eavesdropping on both. Turn 100 in the UK and you'll get more than cake. You'll get a letter from the monarch. It's a formal, royal nod for surviving a century of British weather, wartime rationing, changing governments, and decades of tea. Talk about the ultimate birthday card upgrade. Finland is practically one giant forest, with 3.2 billion trees and about 580 per person. That's enough timber to build a wooden army, or just hide in peaceful solitude forever. It's the ultimate nature flex: endless green, crisp air, and tree hugging on a national scale. In 2017, Harvard scientists uploaded a 5-frame GIF of a galloping horse into E. coli DNA. Yes, they literally taught bacteria to carry movies. It's not streaming, it's gene ming. Because who needs Netflix when your microscopic friends have a front row seat to vintage animation? Oysters can switch genders, flipping from male to female and back again. When you're a mollusk, gender is flexible, a survival strategy that keeps the oyster world balanced and ever-adaptable under the waves. In the 1920s, mini-golf was a rooftop pastime in New York City. Players putted under starlit skies, with skyscraper views adding a thrill to the tiny greens. It was city life meets playful sport, high above the hustle below. Intel has a futurist on payroll whose job is to predict what life might look like 10 to 15 years from now. It's like hiring a crystal ball with a tech degree, someone paid to imagine tomorrow's gadgets before we even invent today's. Elephants can't jump, not even a tiny hop. Their legs are built like sturdy pillars made for strength and weight, not springiness. So no matter how much they might want to bounce, elephants keep all 4 feet firmly planted on the ground. Superfetation is a rare phenomenon where a woman becomes pregnant again while already pregnant, resulting in 2 fetuses conceived at different times. It's nature's version of a pregnancy remix. Double the surprise, double the biological wonder. Italy's goalkeeper Dino Zoff achieved an incredible feat by going over 1,000 minutes without conceding a goal in international football. That's nearly 11 full matches of flawless defense, a legendary streak that made him a hero in the world of soccer. Christian atheism sounds like an oxymoron, but it's legit. Some people follow Christian teachings and admire Jesus' moral code, just without the belief in God or miracles. Think of it as living the gospel without buying the supernatural subscription package. The thunderous drum reverb in Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight wasn't planned. It was a happy studio accident. One stray mic setting turned a standard beat into an iconic, brooding boom. Proof that sometimes legendary sounds come from glorious technical hoopsies. There's a hidden grammar rule behind how we order adjectives. It goes like this: opinion, the size, the age, the shape, the color, the origin, the material, and purpose. That's why you say lovely little old round red Italian leather handbag, and not leather Italian red round old little lovely handbag. Extra virgin olive oil isn't just a culinary staple. It moonlights as a potential cancer fighter. Thanks to oleocanthal, a compound that destroys cancer cells while sparing healthy ones, your salad dressing might secretly be battling disease while adding gourmet flair to your greens. High heels were originally made for men. Knights wore them to keep steady in horse stirrups. Fashion flipped the script, but these towering shoes began as warrior gear, proving style sometimes rides in on horseback. The Museum of Failure in Sweden is packed with products and ideas that spectacularly flopped. It celebrates failure as a creative stepping stone, reminding us that innovation often requires a few epic missteps before success. Nearly 1 in 5 pet owners share their bed with their animals. Dogs, cats, birds, and even reptiles sneak into blankets. Sleep might get interrupted by paws and claws, but those cozy snuggles are worth every nighttime disturbance. In medieval times, a moment wasn't vague. It meant exactly 90 seconds. So when someone today says just a moment, you're technically owed a solid minute and a half. Time to start collecting interest on all those stolen medieval moments. Toe wrestling is an actual sport. Think arm wrestling, but swap hand for toes. No shoes allowed, just bare foot battles to claim toe-powered glory. It's quirky, competitive, and a reminder that feet have hidden talents beyond walking and stubbing. Out of 250,000 edible plants on Earth, we only eat around 150 to 200. Even crazier? 75% of the world's food comes from just 12 plants and 5 animals. Our diet is basically the greatest hits album of global agriculture, on repeat since the dawn of dinner. The friend paradox hurts, but it's mathematically true. Your friends really do have more friends than you. It's because highly connected people are statistically more likely to show up in your circle. So yes, even in friendship, math finds a way to humble you. The average UK salary hovers around £30,000, and the pound itself is no pushover. It's one of the world's oldest and most secure currencies, packed with anti-counterfeit tech that's so advanced, even MI6 would struggle to fake a fiver without raising royal eyebrows. Brits don't just talk about the weather, they poetically categorize it. From drizzle and mizzle to downpours and deluges, their rain vocabulary is unmatched. Every drop has a name, every storm a story, and naturally, every forecast pairs with tea and dramatic windows staring. Despite the myth, goldfish aren't living in a 3-second fog. They can remember feeding times, recognize their owners, and even solve mazes. With months-long memory spans, they're low-key geniuses in a bowl, quietly judging you for tapping the glass and forgetting to clean their tank. The word orange comes from the fruit, not the color. Before oranges arrived, the color was called red-yellow. So the juicy fruit got to name the hue first, turning tasty into trendy with one juicy linguistic twist. Parents of newborns lose up to 700 hours of sleep in the first year. That's nearly an entire month spent wide-eyed, pacing with a fussy baby, or arguing over whose turn it is. No wonder baby books have dark circles on the cover. Chewing gum burns about 20 calories an hour. Your mouth gets a mini workout, like a tiny treadmill for your jaw muscles. So next time you pop a piece, remember you're technically exercising, even if it's just for your chewing muscles. Lizards do push-ups as their version of reptile body language, flashing muscles to warn rivals, attract mates, or simply say, "Hey, look at me." It's like neon signs and scales, showing off or setting boundaries with every mini push and flex. Thanks to its high acid and sugar content, unopened ketchup can last 2 years past its expiration date. It's basically the cockroach of condiments, resilient, reliable, and always ready to add tang to your fries, no matter what year the label says. Most of Nevada's vast land isn't owned by ranchers or casino moguls. It belongs to the U.S. government. Miles of empty desert, military testing zones, and alien conspiracy real estate are officially Uncle Sam's. Area 51 is just one line on a very long deed. Pennies cost more to make than they're worth. That 1-cent coin takes more than a cent to produce, thanks to rising metal prices and production costs. It's like minting your own debt in copper-colored gilt. Economically adorable, but financially frustrating. Scotland boasts the highest concentration of natural redheads in the world, earning the nickname Red Hair Central. This genetic trait is celebrated in the country's culture, festivals, and even tourism, drawing attention to this unique and fiery-haired population. Michelangelo's David looks alive because of optical illusions. The sculptor used subtle carving tricks to make the pupils seem human-like, deeply shadowed, perfectly shaped. But they are not heart-shaped like many believe. That's Cupid's gig. David's just got killer Renaissance eye contact. Bats are the only mammals that truly fly, not glide but flap with purpose. They hunt in darkness using echolocation and wings stretched like spooky parachutes. Forget vampires. These real-life night flyers are biological marvels with radar built in and a serious talent for silent takedowns. Carrots contain zero fat and are mostly crunchy water and vitamins, making them a guilt-free snack. Their natural sweetness and crisp texture have made them a favorite healthy munchie packed with nutrients and hydration. Iceland's only native land mammal is the Arctic fox, a shapeshifter in fur. White in winter, brown in summer, it blends into every season like a four-legged snow ninja. No moose, no bears, just one fabulous, fashion-forward fox. The medieval Bavarian town of Nordlingen sits inside a 25-kilometer-wide meteorite crater formed 14.5 million years ago. Living inside a cosmic footprint, residents have a front-row seat to Earth's galactic history with every step they take. Beetles make up nearly 40% of all insect species on Earth. They thrive in almost every environment imaginable, from rainforests to deserts, showcasing their incredible diversity and adaptability as one of nature's most successful creatures. Hookah might seem chill, but one session can deliver more toxins than an entire pack of cigarettes. That flavored cloud of melamint, it comes with carbon monoxide, heavy metals, and a lungful of regret. Proof that stylish smoke is still just smoke. The Clank Atlas is a book so massive, it needs 2 people just to open it. Standing nearly 2 meters tall and weighing 150 kilograms, this 1660 gift to King Charles II is more monument than map. Perfect for impressing guests or flattening small furniture. A 2008 study proved that smells shape our dreams. Roses floating through your nose at night lead to sweet dreams. Rotten eggs? Full-blown nightmares. Apparently your nose doesn't clock out when your brain does. It just starts curating the playlist for dreamland. Your brain is about 60% fat, making it the fattiest organ in your body. But don't panic, it's essential fat. It protects neurons, fuels thoughts, and speeds up signals. In other words, your brilliant ideas are sliding around on a slippery, genius-friendly layer of lard. Almonds and peaches might seem worlds apart, but they're distant cousins from the rose family. One's a crunchy snack, the other's a juicy treat, but botanically, they're floral relatives, like the odd couple of the produce aisle with shared DNA and wildly different personalities. Hummingbirds are nature's feathered helicopters on espresso. They flap their wings up to 80 times per second, hover like tiny drones, and even fly backward. Basically, they're aerodynamic miracles built for nectar raids, zipping through the air with Olympic-level agility and zero interest in gravity. I'm starting a brand new series called Viewer Video, and you could be part of it. Here's how it works. Drop a random fact in the comments below. Anything weird, wild, or wonderful. If your fact gets featured, your name will appear in the video. But here's the twist. The first episode drops as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and help unlock the series. Let's make something awesome together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. Or check out the playlist on your screen for more facts. See you next time.